About the Lolcow Go podcast. Tune in, pull up, stay a while. Best chat in the LCU. You know that kind of smile. 10 to 12 EST. That's the window, that's the door. We're talking, laughing, building, and we're asking you for more. We have room for you right here in the globe. Gold standard on the table. Let the whole world know, no.
24 karat crew.
24 karat crew. You matter, don't give up.
24 karat crew.
Best chat in the LCU. And we have room for you. The universe is listening. When you speak your name, little sparks turn heavy into something gold again. If your night feels distant, if your hands feel slow, come sit with the bright ones. Let the good chat show. We have room for you right here in the glow. Gold standard on the table. Let the whole world know.
24 karat crew. 24 karat crew.
You matter, don't give up.
Alrighty.
24 karat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here this morning, and I am your host, Kayla. Welcome to Lolcow Gold, the 24 karat gold standard of the LCU.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, your stream's playing in the background, Mel.
I am here this morning, and I'm your host, Kayla. Welcome to Lolcow Gold.
Sorry, guys.
There we go.
It happens to the best of us. I'm your host, Kalo, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with my co-host, Felony Melanie. How's it going this morning?
It is going great. How are you doing?
I am doing pretty darn good. I am. There's a lot that's been happening in the LCU in the past few hours, actually. And I know we usually don't. Usually talk about drama in the LCU and everything, but I think this is pretty prevalent enough to where we should talk about it, just to get the audience caught up. Because if they might have not all watched Cafe and everything, Turbo last night during Rewind, before Rewind, had left the server, and did a rewind where he was saying it was his last rewind and everything because of. Supposedly, Yo Mama saying some heinous things about Turbo being a PDF or something like that, which is not true at all. I don't think that is. I don't think Turbo is that at all. But that was the accusations. Yo Mama in return got suspended for 24 hours. The announcement is from KEEMSTAR, especially right now. Yo Mama has been suspended for 24 hours for baiting viewers into making false accusations of extremely serious allegations against a Turbo. Keem's words, not mine. As well as displaying the rebel flag on stream. All viewers in the pit chat who either directly accused or insinuated those PDF allegations against Turbo have been banned across all LCU channels. I must stress this. Within the LCU, allegations like that without solid proof can ruin reputations and personal lives. For the sake of our hosts, our viewers, and the entire community, if you fly those allegations around based on nothing, you will be banned. Okay. Yeah, that... Yeah, I wouldn't, here's the thing. Yeah, I know Turbo, and I know he could be a shit stirrer and all that, but accusations like that can really, really fuck with his real life job and stuff. Like, you know, sure, he did some fuck shit when we first started, when he first started here by, like, you know, the stuff he did at Fat Camp, and then the stuff after Fat Camp where he kind of dog whistled about my EBT and stuff. But you
Yeah.
know, we've since made up. You know, I don't think he deserves those accusations. Um, and I don't. And watching Pitt last night, at the same time, I don't remember the words that the allegations that people were saying, or that Turbo said, come out of Yo Mama's mouth. But I'm not defending Yo Mama because obviously he did something wrong and he's suspended for 24 hours. Um, but at the same time, you know, I don't remember those words of those accusations coming out of Yo Mama's mouth.
No,
I
it was,
I do remember the rebel
I think
flag
it
though.
was, yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think just him saying, let's see what Turbo did to the kids in the castle. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, kind of like clickbait, trying to get ready to play the video where it's revealed he's not saying that, but um,
Yeah.
you know, that's tap dancing on a line.
Yeah. So it was the chat. Okay, Dawson clarifies this. Okay, thank you. It was the
Mhm.
chat, not Yo Mama. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, and then Monty said, I don't like Turbo. I also don't think he is what he's being accused of. Yo Mama has no control over what people say or do. Uh, I do agree with that. Um, I do agree that, you know, Yo Mama has no control, but that's where the mods come into place. Like, you know, like on Twitch, especially, you can get your channel banned if you have not a good moderated chat like that, and accusations like that are going through the chat like that, and it's chat members doing that. Then that is, and then something happens where like someone really gets fucked with, then that could fuck with your channel on Twitch. Like you could actually lose your channel on Twitch for unmoderated chat.
Mhm. Yeah. So, were there any punishments for the mods that didn't do anything when the comments started coming in?
I'm not sure. I just basically, like, I'm just going off of what Keem said. I was working last night, mostly during pit. I was tuning in and out because I was picking up passengers, and you know, some of my passengers, like with the cussing and stuff like that, they don't like that, so I had to turn it on to some music,
Right.
which sucks because Pit's
Mhm.
one of my favorite shows to listen to while I do Uber.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So Lola said, look at live chat a few days ago. Everyone in the chat was saying that accusation way before this. Turbo even called it out on live.
Mm.
And Xander, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm ethically Jewish as well. I'm not religiously Jewish. But like I don't use it. I don't use it as like a crutch or anything like that to defend anything. Um, I look at it, okay. Hillbilly Steve has a point. He says, look at it from Keem's POV. Yo Mama was offered, was offended by the flag. It got banned. Then he showed it. It's like Yo Mama was trolling Keem. Yo Mama's bit was funny, but can't show the flag now. Okay. And other people are saying Keemstar's racist. I don't know that. Like well, actually, I do know that. I've hung out with Keemstar. I don't think he's racist. Sure, did he have that one slip up one time way in the past? Sure, but I don't think the dude has a
Mhm.
racist bone in his body. You know. Um.
Well, and here's my thought on the whole flag thing. I grew up in the South.
Mhm.
I'm a Southern girl. Looking at the flag growing up, I didn't look at it as a symbol of pro-slavery. I looked at it as a Southern pride. Now,
Yes.
as I got older, I also realized that even though I didn't have any there was no intent behind me or my friends or family if we saw it or whatever. But as I got older, I realized, oh, I see where that could be offensive to some people. And I like I like dropping a F-bomb every now and then, but I didn't do it in front of my grandma out of respect for her because she found it offensive. And I think the same should apply to the flag. Even if
Yes.
you're just because your intent is not being, oh, I'm pro-slavery or, even if that's not your intent, which probably 95% of the South, that is not the intent, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to see where it's offensive. And if you don't cuss around your grandma, then don't fly the flag because some people find it offensive.
Yeah, and I kind of, well, yeah, Diego said it best, but the White House were all being racist. Yeah, the attention that they were, the attention that Live was doing, was like, they're trying to be edge lords. They're because that's kind of like the community Turbo comes from, is the edge lord community, and
Hmm.
you know, and I saw it that way. That's what I saw it. They were trying to get a rise out of people, and they did that. And look what happened. It started a
Hmm.
huge fucking war between like the SJ, like the people that are really offended by the flag, and then it started the war with like, oh, y'all need never fly, like, or oh, the flag is just Southern pride. Um, you know, my stance on it is I've never like once I found out about what the flag was because I'm from California. All right, I'm gonna straight up say it. I'm from California. I only knew that flag because it was on top of the General Lee because my dad used to watch Dukes of Hazzard growing up, and my grandpa actually showed me pictures because he was a stunt car driver for that show. Um, but once I found out the connotations and stuff before with the flag and stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't fuck with that flag.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Me
Yeah.
growing up, it was on the General Lee. It wasn't um, associated with that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that wasn't the first thing you thought about. But you grow up and things change and you have to adjust um, how you put stuff out into the world. And if
Yeah.
someone finds it offensive and you still feel like it's something that you need to stand behind, then expect the backlash and the criticism that comes with it.
Mm-hmm. And Dawson in chat said the OG LCU was better. Um, Low key, I'm not gonna lie, Dawson, and this is not me being biased or anything, or agreeing with you or fence sitting. Kind of have to agree. The OG LCU was a lot better. Where you're not having to like push for goals and worry about the money. You just did your content and the money flew in. Like you could set goals every once in a while, but the content is what sold the money and what kept people entertained, and that's the one thing I miss about the LCU is now like everybody's kind of way really really focused on money. And sure, yes, the money's good. Like don't get me wrong. Like right now for me, this is the slowest time of the year for me because the college students are gone and Uber is down. So this money that I'm getting from the LCU and doing this is actually helping me out and helping me during these summer months where I'm missing out a lot of income because of it being really slow. Um, but you know, and that's why like sometimes like yesterday I kind of got a little fixated on money and stuff like with like come on guys we gotta get a donation in or like that because I get stressed out because I'm like okay if my paycheck's low at the end of next month then I'm not gonna be able to afford my rent but at the same time that's my issue. I should be working a little bit harder on you know on my real life job side of things to subsidize to make sure that like the content here is good, and that way I can make good content here, and because I put my actual I basically put my own money into everything. Like the costumes aren't cheap for Femboy Friday. Going to do these IRLs aren't cheap. But I go and do it because I enjoy it and I want to put out good content for everyone. Someone said, I definitely appreciate new info, especially if I don't know, because chances are I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm learning this on the fly as well. You know, I don't like the Confederate flag. I've never have after I found out what it represented. And especially I knew there was a lot of hate about it because one thing is I learned one thing that I found out the hatred behind it is in high school we had what was called a multicultural rally, and these guys that were like dressed up, they were the cowboy guys of the school and stuff. During the multicultural rally, where they're supposed to be celebrating bunch of different cultures and stuff, these guys show up wrapped with a rebel flag around them, and then they're like hanging it up while the different cultures are doing their dances and stuff. Thankfully, the staff and the principal kicked them out of the rally. But still, I found that like very, very disgusting and disturbing that they thought that would be funny to do that during a multicultural rally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I think some people, because it is associated with the South, I think that they hide behind that. Well, I'm just representing the South, but really, I think when you're pushing that the flag is representative of, representation of the South, you're rage baiting folks. You're not doing it because I can be proud of the South and show that in other ways besides, flying that flag.
yeah,
I can get on here and talk about, I'm old Southern girl. I represent the South. I don't have to have a rebel flag in my background to do that. I'm proud to
exactly.
be a Southerner, but you can do that. So I think people that are pushing that narrative that, well, I'm just representing the South, what connotations come with that.
Yes.
What you're doing. So let's don't play dumb here. We know what you're doing by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm as Southern as they get, and I think that if that is offensive, then don't do it. Why even
Mm-hmm.
risk it? There's other ways to show your pride.
Yeah. I do know, like, people keep saying, like, Diego keeps saying, at the end of the day, this is just proof that Keemstar is racist. Don't forget it, folks. I don't, like, again, um, I'll, I'll, like, I'll shit on Keemstar as much as the next guy, because our history and shit. Like, we banter back and forth and shit. Like, I could sit here and say, I don't fuck that. I don't fuck with that. He doesn't fuck with mental health as much as I do, and I think that's kind of BS. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's a racist, because I haven't seen any racist tendencies from him. As a matter of fact, I see him more standing up against this whole Confederate flag and staying on the side of the folks that are offended by it, more so than him just like allowing it to keep happening,
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll tell
Well,
you. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Taylor.
Oh, no, you're
Go
good.
ahead. Mm-hmm. It's a very divisive subject. Um, and at the end of the day, you get to decide, what hill you want to die on. You
Yeah.
can't, you can't fight for everything because you spend your life in turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no resolution to this. So just be prepared to accept the backlash if you do certain things, you know, and that's fine. But don't cry when your assumptions are made about you because of ways you've presented yourself. Don't cry about it. Take the
Yeah.
heat and go, yeah, and roll with it. You know, we're
Mm-hmm.
never going to resolve this, and the internet's not really the place to do it anyway.
Xander asked, Melanie, do you think that the KKK using the Confederate flag is a form of Southern pride? Are they using it to rage bait, or is it that a flag that represents the time to which they want to go back?
Uh, I don't, I mean, I can't speak for why they use it. I think just like a lot of people, um, they held on to that. And probably I'm going to assume that there were narratives behind that flag for them as to why they chose it. And I don't know that all of them do. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I've never personally known of any, you know, KKK members even coming from the South. It's not like I'm aware of them walking down the street, but um, I think too, not even the historical aspects of the flag, but when a group starts using it that to promote their message, then more so, maybe don't fly that because of its association.
Yeah.
You know, you've got white supremacists that started using the Nazi emblem because, you know, of what it originally stood for. So don't fly it or you're associated with them.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
Um, we have a
once they
five.
started
Oh,
using it, go ahead.
go. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we had a donation. It said, "I'm 36 from Bryant DTV. I'm 36 from Louisiana, and whenever I see that flag, it's a warning to me that people flying it would be okay with my people being back in chains." And yeah, no. I agree with you on that wholeheartedly. That's why, like,
Mhm.
you'll never see me with that fucking flag. You know, as a matter of fact, I hate that
Mhm.
flag. Like, you know, I get people are like, you know, they use it to like really rise up. And then earlier someone was saying that I was defending Boogie and saying Boogie's not racist. I'd never said anything of the sort. I never said Boogie isn't racist. So I don't know where they got that. Yeah, I moved the mic closer. Got you. So you can continue on. I was just wanting to get those two things situated.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you know, that's the point though.
Mm-hmm.
If a group of people start seeing something as offensive, even though it may not be in your heart that that is the reason why you're doing it, you need to consider that. That's my
Yeah.
saying. But I can't say that everybody that, you know, especially older folks, you know, and me coming from the South, I do see it from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think that doing it is automatically, you know, having that with a, you know, on a hat or something doesn't automatically make you a racist. But I think that the people that are doing that need to realize it makes you appear to be. So if you do it anyway, then yeah, I can see where the assumption would be you're giving off that message, you know? There again,
Yes.
is that the hill you want to die on? And it's not the hill I want to die on. I love the
Yeah.
South, but to me, flying that flag doesn't mean I'm Southern pride. It just
Yeah.
doesn't.
No. We have someone asking for some advice. I'm gonna give it because I know we have it for up here for like $10 and stuff. But you know, I actually want to help someone. In this sense, they said it's Crystal said I'm an autistic. Lately, I have I've been having anxiety attacks. I don't know everybody in chat. I don't know everybody in chat knows it, but I don't know how to deal with it. And you don't. She continues to say, "I don't smoke. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know. I don't know. Someone can give me some advice." Okay, well, Crystal, the best advice I could give you and how I deal with my anxiety the most, um, what I deal with when I'm going through anxiety and stuff is I make sure I keep my mind busy. I make sure I do things that I enjoy, like playing video games. I go out on a drive. I go out and do Uber. You know, I really just do a lot of things to keep my mind busy, because if you keep your mind busy, it makes you not so anxious about other things, unless you're like hyper fixated on something, which could be hard, because don't get me wrong, I get hyper fixated a lot on stuff. I get hyper fixated on going on a trip, or I get hyper fixated on someone owing me some money, or I get hyper fixated on a lot of different things, to where my mind just constantly wants to focus on that, and I have to deter my mind to make sure that way I keep it busy, so that way I don't hyperfixate and focus on stuff like that. So I would highly recommend doing some activities or something that can help your mind steer away from the anxiety, to make you not think about it. And that's the best advice I can give you, is just try to keep your mind busy, and try to keep your mind not thinking so much about the thing that's making you anxious.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the
That's
best
right.
advice I could give as someone that's a fellow autist.
Lola asked, "What does Mel think about the Nazi flag?" I think, I think that the flag and displaying it in any sort of way is offensive to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is an association with white supremacy with it, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you display it, which a lot of people say that's your right to do that, I think you also deservedly get the heat from displaying it. There's such a flip to being able to say what you want to say and having that freedom, but then when you want to piss and moan about people trying to criticize you for doing that, well, I mean, there's a action and a consequence. I personally think it's obnoxious, and I know what the history is with that. So yeah, I think that it's offensive to me. It's offensive to a lot of people I know.
Yeah. I don't like
Hmm.
that flag, and even in high school, some guys that knew I was Jewish would come up to me with that flag and then trip me in the hallways. They knew I was like ethnically Jewish, and they would laugh at me, and they would trip me in the hallways while having that flag on, like on their backpack or whatever. And it took me having to go to the principal's office to tell him what happened, to make sure that nobody had that on them ever again. And
Hmm.
it was disgusting. Oop, just got to make sure my cat doesn't shut off the computer. And Crystal, another thing I highly recommend. I don't know how you are with like cats or anything, or if you have any pets or anything like that. Getting an emotional support animal can actually really help with your anxiety as well. Ever since I got my cat, it's really helped with my anxiety. So I would highly recommend talking to a doctor and seeing if you can get a letter for emotional support animal. That way you don't have to pay a pet fee. So at your apartment or wherever you're living, because they can't charge you if you have a medically recommended emotional support animal. Okay, you do have a cat. Good. That's good. Michael Friedman says, "Kalo, you're doing a good job. Turbo is a bad one." Yeah. Yeah. Diego and Diego, I see where you're coming from, and I hate. That's why with gold, we don't do much of this drama here, but it's such a hot topic that we kind of had to talk about it right off the bat. and just get what we have to say out of the way, because everybody's going to be asking every show's opinion on it, and I feel like that is the best thing to do, is just get this out of the way and talk about it.
And I think we should discuss, not necessarily on gold. I think in general we should have this conversation.
Mhm.
As a society, as Americans, we need to have this conversation.
Yeah.
Um, but I also think when something like the rebel flag or the Nazi flag gets turned into content,
Mhm.
it's bringing more attention to it. That that isn't always like positive for the outcome that everybody wants, you know.
Yeah.
Then it brings out the people that just want to fight just to fight. So
Mhm.
they'll say, well, I should be able to fly it and this and that. Well, okay, what have we accomplished? We've just drawn out, I think you say it's wrong, I don't support it. And I give it no more airtime. I give it no more attention. It's wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Some people don't really have an opinion on it. They just jump on the opposing side and hide behind, well, it's my right to fly it. Okay, well then you also um, are are deserving the backlash you get. And if you
Mhm.
want to, if you want to bring that smoke, bring it. But it's
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing I'm proud about with gold is that we can do things that fight that type of stuff. Like, I went to Harrison, and sure, I did the meme where I dressed up as LK Loco, the Mexican guy, where I'm actually white, and did that and all that. I wasn't trying to be racist with that. I was actually trying to fight racism, and stand up for, you know, like people that are the illegal immigrants, and stand up for them, because there a lot of people are getting separated from their families. My cousins are who are adopted. They are Mexican, proud Mexican, and and people see their skin around, and some of them, even though they're living in blue state California, Northern California, they still there's some people I've experienced firsthand where they've been racist to them, and it hits home, and so that's that's why, like, I stand up against racism, and that's why I went to Topeka, Kansas, to fight against the Westboro Baptist Church, because being a pansexual man and being part of the LGBTQ, I don't fuck with what the rhetoric they were preaching. And when I was there on the stream during the whole Tom Tom interview for Lolcow Live, I kind of stayed back a little bit, because I didn't want to really be on camera for all that. I didn't like what the guy was saying. I didn't like what he was preaching. The only reason I got on camera is because I was wearing my Lolcow jacket, and I got asked to stand there to represent the brand. I don't fuck with those type of things. Um, you know, there is one time where I am gonna say this much. I did a parody because I got high, and on the song I say the word with the A at the end, because a black friend of mine told me to do it on the song to be funny. But now that I go back and hear it, I can't fix that I have that in the song, because like the song is out there and it's been out there for years. But I do regret that I actually said that word in the song. That song came out a long time ago. Sure, like my black friends said, "Oh, that would be funny. You can use the word," and gave me permission to do so. But other people won't like that I use that word, and it hurts people. And I don't like that I use that word at all. So I'm gonna own up and be honest about that. I don't believe in those words. I don't use those words on the regular. That was the one time I actually said it, because I was like, okay, I'm trying to. I see where my friend's coming from. Okay, it's a shock thing. It's gonna be funny. He's black. He's giving me permission, but not everybody knows that context. And if people hear that and they're like, "What the fuck, Kalo? I didn't. Why are you saying this word?"
Yeah, but one friend giving you permission, he can't speak for
for everyone,
everybody.
exactly.
But you're right. I mean, look, we all do stupid things,
Mm-hmm.
and things that we regret. You grow and you learn from them and you move on,
Yeah.
Um, and I think actions speak louder than words, you know.
Yes.
And it's not just like I can say, I'm sorry that, I did this and I should automatically deserve everybody's forgiveness.
Yes.
No, but if you don't do that and you don't repeat that behavior, over time you earn it. But you make a mistake, an action and a consequence. You say
Mm-hmm.
something stupid, and only time is going to heal that.
Yeah.
But this entitlement to I should be, no, you're not entitled to forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that people can make bad choices and prove that they really take accountability for it. And yeah, give them a
Mm-hmm.
break. But
Yeah.
just saying I'm sorry or saying, "Oh yeah, I know it was wrong." You see YouTubers all the time saying, "I know what I did was wrong." Well, okay. So you said your piece. Now show us. Quit telling us.
Mm-hmm.
Show us that you know it was wrong. And let's move
Yeah.
on from it. There is bigger problems in the world than something that somebody did 10 years ago. Let's focus on what they're doing right now.
Yeah. Lola said with the 199 pence, Kalo, we know you aren't racist. Don't worry, LOL. Yeah, no, like, I'm not. And Dr. Hansen says, why do you think this is something you can get permission for? Either it's okay or it's not, fool. Like I said, I didn't want to say the word. He was the one that was like, yo, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I'm easily manipulated by a lot of things. Especially in my past when I was growing up being autistic. I'm not using my disability as an excuse, but it is shown in my record, my track record. I'm easily manipulated into doing things. But I can sit here and tell you I've never done it again. I've never used that word has never come out of my mouth ever again. So
Mhm. I think we've kind of gotten on a political slide and we're sliding down the hill here.
yeah,
The fact is, the chat, you and I, we don't know how people are in real life, good or
yep,
bad. People can, you know, y'all don't know me. I could be the biggest bitch, in my community, but y'all don't know. And
hmm,
I can sit up here and present like, oh, I'm this sweet, innocent lady, but you don't know. It's hard to judge somebody um, that you're not walking next to every day or you're not working with. But online, you can show by not doing, by not just because something's edgy
yeah,
doesn't and can be funny doesn't mean that it's not going to offend folks. And we all need to think about that, especially when trying to entertain. I think
hmm,
that's what Gold's about. That's why we keep it light and stay away from that line of being offensive, because there's a lot of people that, that are out there watching from all different backgrounds.
yeah,
And you have to be careful of that. And Kalo, you messed up.
hmm,
You said you're sorry, but don't say you're sorry. Just show people that you're not like that, that you grew
yeah.
from it.
Yeah, no, I have been
The
like if you go through
Mhm.
any of
Oh,
my
and
content
I know
past that,
you
yeah.
have. Yeah,
I
I know
don't not
you
even
have.
friends with that guy anymore after that. Like I was like, yo, dude, that
Mhm.
I had a talk with my parents about it because my parents heard it and they're like, why'd you do that? And like, and they're like, I, you know, that's not cool of you to do that. People actually really get offended by that, and I'm like, I'm like, yeah, I see where you're coming from, and I'm like, fortunately, like the song's already distributed to like all platforms and everything on iTunes and everything, so it's like hard to get it taken down. But at the same time, I have grown from it, and I don't do that. And yeah, Big Murph said earlier that person shouldn't be your friend. Yeah, they're not my friend anymore.
So
Just showing.
let's get back on track with what
Yeah.
we're doing today. We have spent about an hour being political,
Mm-hmm.
and I know in a world where we are all just smothered in it,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's fun to take a break from the
Yeah.
slop and just have a little fun. So let's try and do that.
Yeah.
We're not here to platform hate. We're here to platform goofy, fun, wholesome. So I'm not saying ignore it, but
Yeah.
talking about it and do something about it.
Yeah.
Let's
Exactly.
how you present yourself every day is how people will judge you, not by what you're saying or explaining yourself 50 times or saying, you know, it applies to you, it applies to me. Well, I never did that again. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know that, we don't know that what things are like. So
Yeah.
let's just
Um.
try and have some fun.
Yes, I agree. Oh, on a positive note, Cristiano Ronaldo is back. Okay, that's cool to know. I bet I Show Speed's really happy about that. Because he's a huge Ronaldo fan. Um, let's see. I do want to talk about how therapy went yesterday. Since this is a therapy stream, yesterday was my first day of my first session of therapy after the whole incident that happened with the live stream and everything, where I broke down and everything. Everybody knows the lore with that. It went really good. I had to explain though what I do for my job, and I just explained what the LCU was to my therapist, and she just had these looks of like shock, disgust, and then laughed at certain things. And then I explained to her about like what Keemstar said to me about like I need to be grateful and that like I need to do 3 sips of beer. And she just was like laughing, and she was like, "Don't listen to that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about." But no, I told her about how the LCU started, and then how like Boogie faked cancer and everything. I told her about like what I did to get started in the LCU. I told her about. I even showed her the video of me sitting on the pizza. I laid it all out there on the table, and I felt good after that therapy session. She said, a lot of things in my past, sure they were wrong, but but at the same time, she knows that she could see that I'm doing a little bit better, and she wants to work with me to get to the root of my cause of what's been causing my poor sleep schedule and what's been causing me just like to not be the best version of myself. So that's what we are getting to the root cause with this whole therapy thing, and I actually am excited to see her again in a few weeks. So I
And
really
that's
like
good.
this
That's
therapist.
good.
Yeah. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. And thank you, Emily. Yeah, guys, if you have any advice or anything, please just drop a 10, and we can give you the best advice we can give you, or we can give you some silly advice. Mel wants to give advice, and yeah, I showed her the channel name and everything. Yeah, she knows about what I do. So I wanted to be open and honest. I'm an open book. I don't want to hide anything from someone that I'm getting to know, and that way they know, especially a therapist, they know what they're getting into, and they know, like, get to know me. So that way they can properly give me the right therapy. But yeah, no, if $10, if you guys have any silly questions or serious questions on how that we can give you advice on, I'd love to hear it. Also, I'm going to be working on the parody after stream. I'm going to be going into I'm gonna be going into Gold VC after the stream, writing the lyrics and working on the parody and recording it live. So, if you guys are a cash cow or higher of gold, you can join the Discord, and you can become a cash cow and join in on the Gold VC, and you could be like Belladonna last week, where you could sit in there and you could watch me make the parody.
I think I haven't been a part of it. Yeah, we need to do an after show voice chat for some of the cash cows out there. That'd be fun. A lot of folks, I'm sure a lot of folks got some questions about me, and I'll gladly answer them if you have some time today. I got a little while.
Yeah. Well, now that Turbo's back, I'm excited to hopefully see you do that IRL stream with the cop training and stuff.
We
Hopefully
will
he
see.
hopefully he doesn't leave again.
Yeah, he called me up. Did you see live last night? He
Yeah,
asked
I
me to
watched
come
it.
up. Yeah. Uh, he's got big plans, but I don't know. Then he quit. But we'll see. And for those that don't know, I'm not too far from Turbo. And he had heard that I might be doing an IRL, like being a camera person for Fupa to do some stuff that she was trying to make up for. 'Cause her and I are close, uh, yeah, you know who really surprised me was Glammy. She was in a good place. She was super sweet, and she was really funny last night too.
Yeah.
She even asked if Turbo got tased, would he smell like bacon? I think he would. I think he would. He just looks like he'd smell like bacon. And then she talked about could we get him in the canine attack bite sleeve? And said, well, if it was after he was tased, the dog might not want to let go if he smelled like bacon. But we'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see.
yeah. Diego asked, Kayla, do you have anything positive to talk about today? This shit got heavy. I wish the LCU would have stopped with the racist BS. Makes me think I should stop watching this all the time. The positive thing I can say is that, like I said, I went and got therapy. And it actually is helping. So, slowly but surely, I'm going to keep turning into the better version of myself. And that's going to be good for the content wise because it's going to be good for the content wise because it means a better version of me is a better version that you see on camera, and that means more positivity and stuff that's coming out the back end. So yeah. And guys, can I get a W in the chat if you guys would want me to do a members only stream sometime where I sit down and you guys can come in and watch me edit my documentary? Put a W in the chat if you're a member or you become a member. If you would want to see me edit my mental health documentary on a members only stream, because I feel like I could do that. I see Belinda putting W's, because I would usually do that on a Twitch stream. But at the same time, I want to give you guys a preview of stuff. So I'm thinking about doing that. Because that way you guys get to see my a little preview of my documentary, and you get to see the progress of it being made. Okay, I see all these W's. Yeah. So, okay. Here's the other question, though. With it being members only, do you think the grays that are putting the W's, do you think you would member up just for that stream? Or would you just member in general? Okay, I see Monty putting in W's. I see Kawaii Cupcakes putting in W's. Okay. I'm liking this. Okay, so I will definitely consider sometime soon setting up, probably on a Monday, doing a members only stream. And doing a stream where I sit there and I edit my documentary. We could do that. I'd actually enjoy doing that. So, I'm a member up tomorrow. Are we able to member up or gift memberships to specific people or just random gifts? Unfortunately, it's not like Twitch. You can't just gift a membership to exact purpose. But you can member up yourself, or you can play the game that Not Cosmo's been playing, which is like we give random members, and we gotta try to member them. We gotta turn them from gray to green. So
I hadn't seen Not Cosmo yet today.
me either.
I know Belinda. We've got to.
Get
She's
her
on
back
the
to
list
green.
too. We've got to get. Yeah.
Scatty Monkey says, "I'll have hope for a gifted." Yeah, it will happen. Well, you might have a chance here because we're doing our member drive here in about 9 minutes, where we play the member video. And I'm gonna play it for you guys on I'm gonna play it for you guys on here, and then we will get back to the content. But I will be playing that in about 9 minutes. Too many Cosmos last night. Emily got greened in the member gifting. So yeah, what I noticed is YouTube prioritize active users. Yes. Fuzz asks, what was your wildest 10-15, Melanie?
10-15. You'll have to tell me because it's different 10 codes for different areas. What's 10-15 to you?
Yeah, Fuzz, what's 10-15 to you? So that way we can get a little bit clarification. I've had gold that turned me green before. Okay. Yeah. I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a new scene real quick where I add that video in, so that way I don't have to do it the way where I have to like play media player and mess around with everything, and then I could just share my screen in the Discord with you of the OBS, so that way you can watch it along.
Okay.
That's
It's an arrest for you. Okay, here it's a 1095 if you're arresting somebody. But yeah, I think a 10-15 here is a domestic. But wildest arrest, I've had a few, some pretty wild chases, which are 1080s here. Quite a few of those. Wildest, those have mostly, I mean, I've had some crazy foot chases and stuff like that. Most of my wildest stuff, though, has come from things to do with SWAT and hostage negotiation. I'm a certified hostage negotiator in the state I'm in. Those have been the wildest. So I wish I could have a good story. Okay, probably the craziest chase I've ever been in was I stopped a car in the middle of the night. I could tell that the young man was lying about his age, and I let my partner know I think he's about to take off on me. And as soon as I said it, he did, and we chased him. We went up a hill, and he went into these people's yards, rode all around trees. Finally wrecked out. I don't know how none of us wrecked that night, but come to find out he was a 13-year-old kid that had stolen his parents' car. I knew he was lying about his age, but I would have never thought he was 13. But he sure drove like a professional driver because he never did wreck. He just ended up running out of room to run from. But
Yeah.
that was probably the wildest, yeah.
Well, while you were talking, it looks like we got two new members. We got Crybaby Shay with
Welcome
Band
to
World,
Band World, yeah.
and Diego. Welcome to Band World. Thank you guys.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Yeah, no, I will do the stream. I'm gonna probably plan to do it on Monday afternoon. So that probably I would think 2 p.m. Eastern we could do it, and you guys can join in if that works for you guys. Yeah, I don't scam. I like hell. That's why when why the Topeka stream and why I was harping on Boogie so much for that, because Southern paid a lot of money for that stream, and I don't ever scam people. I don't ever scam people. I make sure my shit gets done. So you for sure get the stream. I will make a post with a poll on what time I should go live on Monday for that members only stream. Lucy and Panther said, my cousin / soulmate took an early retirement last year to travel. He died on his 57th birthday in GOA, India. I still can't believe he's gone. I'm sorry for your loss. I truly am. I like talking about my grandma yesterday in therapy and describing her to my therapist almost made me tear up a little bit. So I kind of understand that. So I am sorry for your loss. Let's see. Let's see. I'm reading the chat to try to catch up. Someone said, Dinah Do said, Belinda, he is the sweetest person here, and they use him, and I hate it. Or he gets yelled at when he's having a hard time. It's not right. Yeah, that happens to me. Like, I felt bad for Foxy last night. Granted, I don't know the full story why she's getting a lot of hate. But I did regardless, I see the human. I don't see the person on screen. I see the human. And I went up there and I went and told her, I gave her a good pep talk. And I went up there and I talked to her and I said, hey, I know you're going through a lot emotionally and like just personally in your life, that you have a lot on your plate right now, and it's very, very stressful. And I just hope that that, like, not being cliche, that you matter, and I hope that you keep fighting and you keep pushing on, because you are a light in this world. I don't know what happened to Mel. What happened, Mel? You there? Okay, you're back. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay. Well, as I was saying RCG, how you doing today, buddy? What I was saying though was I was talking to Foxy. I was up on bus last night. I was telling her like that she mattered and that she is cared for and everything. But then Keem thought it was funny after I left the call to put in a donation. You don't matter. You should give up. Like, and then kept spamming that dono over and over again, and I could tell it was like affecting her, because it was really messed up for her to hear that after I was just trying to, I know Keem was joking, but she probably wasn't taking that as a joke because of her emotional state in the moment. So I just kind of found that a little messed up. But I talked to her after the stream and I said, you're so kind. I can't look at her the same way, but we all deserve kindness. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, we all deserve kindness, especially. And it doesn't matter, like you, even if people are hateful, you fight the hate with love and kindness. Crystal said, yeah,
You tried to.
Yeah. Oh, you can hear me again. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I don't know. My earbuds went out for a minute. I got my backup if it happens again, though. I got my
okay.
headphones.
Gotcha. Crystal said, yeah, my dad died of cancer. He died of a heart attack. This was last year. He was coming down. My dad was coming down to see my siblings. He died before my birthday. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a joke, getting a t-shirt made, by the way, just as a joke. I had a picture of Keemstar's face on it with text above it and says, this guy doesn't like mental health, with an arrow pointing down at him. Just thought about making a shirt like that. but I don't want to cause any problems.
Remember what we said earlier about actions and consequences,
Yeah, I
you know?
know,
So
I know. I was just saying as a joke that would be
if
funny.
you do that, there could be a consequence for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, guys. It is that time where it is the top of the hour where we got to play our ad. Unfortunately, I don't have it set up in OBS yet, so we're gonna have to do it the old school way. And I'm gonna get it pulled up here, and I'll have it added into OBS probably by tomorrow, so that way we don't have to do this old school way of doing things. Let me find it first. Here it is. All right. Let's go media player. Share my screen.
Come on.
Okay, guys. While this is playing, if you could drop some members, please.
Come on in, don't be shy. We got joy for every kind. Wholesome laughs and open hearts. Every weird little part. Halo smiles, Snow Goth too. They got fun for me and you. Pick a seat, pull up close. This is where the good vibes grow. Workout Wednesday, move with pride. Therapy Thursday, let it ride. Femboy Friday, shine so bright. Join the crew tonight. Join the 24-karat crew. 24-karat crew. You can be gold too. You can be gold too. Fun, laughter, and a grand old time. Step right in and you'll feel fine. Join the 24-karat crew. 24-karat crew. You can be gold too. You can be gold too. Mischief sweet, a little
Thank you,
strange,
Monty, for the
loving
99
every
cents.
little frame, the roadie verse, loud and true. All the colors coming through. Halo laughs, Snow Goth themes, making room for all the dreams. If you want a place
Thank
to
you,
belong,
White Cupcakes, for
this
the
is
one
where you
gifted.
sing along. Workout Wednesday, move
Looks like Lola
with
got
pride.
sniped.
Therapy Thursday, let
All right.
it ride. Femboy Friday, shine so bright. Join the crew tonight. Join the 24-karat crew. 24-karat crew. You can be gold too. You can be gold too. Fun, laughter, and a grand old time. Step right in and you'll feel fine. Join the 24-karat crew. 24-karat crew. You can be gold too. You can be gold too. No gate, no fake. Just let it glow. Bring your joy and let it show. Hands up high, let the good times roll. One more click and you're in the fold. Join the 24-karat crew. 24-karat crew. You can be gold too. You can be gold too. Workout, therapy, Friday shine. Halo and Snow Goth all in time. Join the 24-karat crew. 24-karat crew. You can be gold too. You can be gold too.
Join the community. Become the gold standard of the LCU along with us. Two sweet boys here just wanting you to support gold.
Gold needs you to join the army. Fight for gold.
All right, guys. Thank you again, Kawaii Cupcakes, for the one, and Monty for the 99 cents.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. Someone asked, "What does the 24 have any significance?" Yes, if you think of a 24 karat gold bar, that's kind of like we're playing on the the knowledge of like gold and the carats and of gold and everything. So like that's the we got to update it, but until then, I'm just keeping it the way it is.
Billy the Fridge started the 24 karat gold when him and Nightmare took over balls and made it gold. So anytime I've redone anything, I've always left it in there because that's paying respect to the OGs of gold.
Yeah. I recently talked and visited with Billy on his stream the other day, and he's doing really, really good. I'm happy for him.
Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
happy.
saw him in a chat recently and told him we sure missed him in the LCU. He was one of my faves. He really was.
I've always said this, like when it comes to Fat Camp, Billy was one of the people that kind of held Fat Camp together. He was the glue that kind of helped Fat Camp together. So it sucks that like next Fat Camp he won't be there.
Yeah. Maybe if his health is good enough, maybe he can come, if nothing else, just to visit. I don't think anybody would say he shouldn't come. I would
Hmm.
I'd love to see him there.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he's still invited, but it's a lot for him to drive and all that.
I
Uh,
know. Yeah. Yeah.
Diego said, "I want a share of that gold. If Trump is in shit, I must be good." That's funny. Um. Oh, Lola's asking, did you see when Billy grabbed Glammy around the neck? Did you
Oh
see
yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't have been dumping ranch on anybody, but yeah, if anybody had grabbed me like that, I would have
Mhm.
I I would have fall back a little bit. So yeah, but I
Yeah.
saw it.
Yeah. No, I like uh that's why he left. No, I think he left just because of all the shit going on, like all that, and then also the shit coming out about Turbo, and then him just not wanting to be associated with all that. He just was like, okay, it's my time to step away. So yeah, it was an amazing wrestling demonstration. And to pivot off of that, we have WWE wrestlers tomorrow on Lolcow Gold. We will be dressing up as WWE wrestlers, and
Mhm.
Snowgoth will be here. I'm pretty sure Batgirl might be here. I'll have to talk to her again. I hit her up I hit her up last night, and I sent her a picture of a wrestler. I think she should be. I told her she should do face paint and be Danhausen. He's a new wrestler that's like very popular right now in the WWE. People might even say that Danhausen is the reason why the Knicks won the NBA Finals, because he uncursed the Knicks. So, did you write the Chop Suey lyrics? No, actually, I was thinking about having the chat help me with the last 30 minutes of the show. We can get into doing that, but I wanted to focus on the therapy portion, and we haven't gotten anybody to send in any tens or anything to ask about some therapy questions. So if we could possibly please get some tens and some questions, I'd love to help you guys out and give you some advice.
Yeah, guys, and I know it feels like you're asking advice. It's like the blind leading the blindfolded, but this is all in good fun and
Yeah.
to maybe keep it light and give you some funny advice. So even
Mm-hmm.
if you've got a how do I deal with this obnoxious coworker or something like that? Let us have it. Give us a chance to give you a funny response or a clever idea for getting revenge on somebody that's just griping your ass. So, yeah, why don't
Mm-hmm.
we're already an hour into this, Kayla. Why don't we do a fire sale and give it half off?
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to do $5 for advice, drop a five, and we'll
Mhm.
give you advice that way. If you want to drop a five, I'll take the normal thing off screen and I'll put it on. I will put it on screen so that way. Let's take that one off, and then we'll do text. Um,
I don't know that I'd pay $10 for my own advice.
yeah.
I might drop a 5 for my advice, but I don't know that I would pay 10 for that. But I want some really interesting questions. Give us some hard ones. That is a good idea to do a Google Doc and have some
Mm-hmm.
folks um, submit some ideas ahead of time.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good idea. I'm stretching this out. There we go. $5 for advice. Silly or serious. There you go. Have you ever tried breathing techniques when you're in a headspace? If so, does it help you? Yeah, no, I have. I have done that because like the past few weeks I've been having random panic attacks. Um, I've like I ended up having a panic attack where I don't know what triggered it, and I would have to come home, or I would stop Ubering because I'd be driving and I'd be too far away from home, and I'd just go to a gas station and get some water and something to snack on to kind of like curve my mind off of things and get things out of the way, like that. To get my mind off of things and also kind of reset myself. I think Fluff and another show do that for like dating advice or things like that. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Oh, I would love a dating advice question. Come on, somebody's got to have a dating advice question. You could get the female perspective, the male perspective,
Mm-hmm.
the more mature perspective, and the younger dater. Um, we're both we're both single folks, so maybe we can give you two sides of something. I would love to hear a dating advice
Okay.
question.
Yeah, and Lucy and Panther said UK currently on red alert for deadly heat wave. Please keep your baby safe. Panther is grounded. Aw, I really hope your babies are okay, and hope you stay safe during this heat. I know it's gotten pretty bad over there in the UK during the summertime. Yeah, if you guys want some dating advice, drop a 5. We'll give you some dating advice as well.
Yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
there's got to be somebody out there that has a question that maybe you've been too embarrassed to ask, or
Mm-hmm.
something that's frustrating you. You get 2 for 1. You get advice from two different people.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I can handle sour candy, just not like warheads. But yeah, no, I can handle sour candy. Um, it is one of my, like before I had my surgery, it was one of the things I actually enjoyed a lot. But now that I have after surgery with all like the artificial sugars and stuff in that, I try to stay away from it. Someone last night during Fire, I was watching Fire and I was eating my spaghetti, and someone last night in the stream donated and said, um, "Hey, breaking news: Kayla's quit the LCU," and I'm like, "No, I haven't. I'm just over here eating my spaghetti," and then I get tagged by Xylene. And she's like, "Did you quit?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just eating my spaghetti." And I posted a picture of me eating spaghetti.
I think everybody in the LCU could get pissed off and quit, and you'd be the last one here. You
Yeah.
would be doing shows 24 hours a
24
day.
karat
You would
gold.
go down with the ship. You would go down with the King pirate ship for sure. You'd be the
Mm-hmm.
last man standing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
John Harlan with the 10 asked, I will give you a tough question. During your time as a LEO, did you ever run into any lawful activities your own? And if so, how did you handle it? I think that one's for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I did, unfortunately. I've arrested 2 police officers. They weren't those 2 weren't with my department, but usually domestic violence. I think both of those were domestic violence, but I had zero hesitation in arresting them because I took it real personal when cops did stupid shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
My own, when I was a patrol supervisor, I had a young man that was being stupid. I would say he was more violating his oath of office than committing a crime. Um, I talked to him once. He did it again, and he was no longer hired by my agency. He was fired right after. So, um, and I know some agencies are lenient, but around here, no. Even I've even arrested a dispatcher. somebody that could send us help if we ever needed it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. Those hit harder, especially when it's somebody you know or somebody doing the same thing you're doing. But there's also a little bit of, screw that guy in it
Mm-hmm.
too. So yeah, it's tough, but I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah. Um, I like I've seen some like things with crooked like cops being crooked and stuff, especially with the whole American Fork Police Department. Speaking of which,
Oh yeah, don't get me started on those guys.
did you see Reckless Ben? His TRO got dropped.
No, I try and wait till the weekends to check up on that, or I was just, doom scrolling all day trying to see what the latest update with him was, what happened.
I'm gonna go to his Patreon and see if that video that he posted is live on his Patreon, uh, to see if it can be shown. Because if you have to unlock it. So unfortunately, because it's paid content, I can't play it. But he did make a post 17 hours ago saying I got my freedom of speech back.
Good.
Uh,
So he
yeah,
can post those videos that he wasn't able to post before.
yeah, he could finally post part 3. So,
Good.
Nusu says, I wonder if part 3 will be watered down now. Not too sure, but I'm excited to see it whenever he puts it out. Um,
I hope it's the same that it would have been, you know.
mhm. I think with fu or fu said, is there anything you haven't tried to cook yet that you'd want to try? Yeah, I'm thinking of like burritos. That'd be pretty interesting. Making burritos or homemade pizza like out of like bovoli crust. Like not, I don't know how to make actual crust. And I don't want to make that big of a mess in my damn kitchen because I know I work in at Domino's how much the pizza, like making pizza dough and everything, how much mess that makes. Um,
Hmm.
oh, I guess Boogie got live age restricted. Can't watch it now. I'm not giving YouTube my ID. Ooh. Probably from shocking himself in the eye and stuff like that and being a dummy.
Yeah, I might have suggested to zap his tongue while I was on there.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think he ended up having to do that.
I think he went a little too far with all that. By the way,
Yeah, I was a bit much.
I did find out what I'm getting what I'm getting paid for this month, and I'm definitely gonna have enough to where like I could pay my rent, and then also make sure I could buy my ticket to go see Grimm. So
That's good.
that's gonna be happening as soon as I get my paycheck. The day I get my paycheck, I'm paying my rent first, and then I'm buying my ticket to go see Grimm. Belinda said the tongue's fine. Just he did bodily harm to his eyes afterwards. Yeah, he shouldn't have shocked himself in the eye. That was stupid.
Mm-mm. Yeah. There again,
Mm-hmm.
action consequence. So
Yeah,
yeah, that should be our theme for the day,
yeah,
Actions have consequences. Don't cry
yeah.
about it. As Nightmare
I,
would say, cry about it. Womp womp.
I did talk to Grim. I did talk to him to see if I could use his setup one day to stream on Gold, but he said unfortunately it's not going to work out. So I'm like, okay, I understand that.
Hmm.
Someone saying they heard Boogie used a slur on live. I don't recall, or if he did, I wasn't hearing it. So can't say that he did or not, unless I see like definitive proof. But then even with definitive proof, I'd have to
Last
watch it.
night, or
Yeah, last night.
is it last night or the F slur from earlier in the week?
I'm not sure.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, no. I asked Grim if I can use his setup to stream one day from for Golden, and he said, "Fortunately, it's not going to work out." And I'm like, "No, totally understand." Because he still lives with parents and stuff, and I don't want that. Um, John Harlan with the $5 asked Melanie, you appear to be in an office setting. Are you doing something else now as is still working? And if so, can you share with us what it is?
Yeah, I actually am still a reserve officer, and I took a position um, right under the city manager for the city I work for. So
Mm-hmm.
I am admin over the city. I actually clock out for 2 hours to do this and then go right back to work. So you'll see
Mm-hmm.
me here during the week, and next week I'm actually on vacation, so I'll be streaming from home next week. But yeah, so I do a little bit of everything with the city, but I've worked for the same city for 20 years, so um, you get to know the town and the people. So I'm still here, and if something bad happened, I've got my vest and gun in my desk drawer to get up and go do that if they need me for anything.
Okay. Yeah, I see. It's interesting. Lola asked, "What's a reserve officer? Like a police officer, or no?"
Yeah, I am. If there's special events, or if they have something, not would we wouldn't want that to happen, something uh, that needed an all hands on deck, I would. I've maintained my certification, so I
Mm-hmm.
can get up and go. Yep. When I took this job, my chief wouldn't let me full on quit. He
Mm.
said he needed me too much, so he threatened me with bodily harm, but I didn't press any charges if I quit. So
Uh.
I have stayed on and maintained my training and yeah, my
Yeah.
firearms and all that stuff certification.
Dawson wants to know what brought you to this dump, Melanie, and she said, "LOL."
You know what? The thing was, I think I first came to the LCU from H3. I used to watch them,
Mm-hmm.
and they went on break, and I'd heard, so I've known Keem from that drama. But when you deal with serious, sad, just emotional bullshit all day, you want some just mindless entertainment. And so I started watching, and I got mindless entertainment for sure. And then I found a few people that I really liked, like Kalo. And I'm here. I
Mm-hmm.
no desire to be a host. I didn't have any aspirations of being on camera, but
Yeah.
I also think the world of Kalo and wanted to help him out until there was a more permanent solution, or,
Yeah.
help out where I was needed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm here.
And I appreciate you for it. Brent said, "Good Thursday morning, Lolcow Gold, Kalo." Good morning, Brent. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Um, uh, John Harlan said, "I think people forgot sometimes that cops are real people as well, with real lives, real problems. They go out and do things with friends just like the rest of us."
And your friends kind of dwindle down too, when there's not a lot of people can put up with the BS that comes with being a cop friend. But yeah, I mean, we are real folks. Uh,
Yeah.
this is my uh, this is my outlet to just kind of sit back and go, oh yeah, yeah, these problems are nothing compared to some of the stuff that I was seeing on a daily basis. Somebody said who was it, that I was here to take the LCU down? That's right, I'm an op acting undercover as a sinister co-host on the most wholesome show on the network, and I'm here to take the LCU down from the inside out. Just kidding.
She's making sure that the LCU prolapses.
That's right. I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes. Yeah.
Lola said
No,
for
Lola. Go ahead.
Lola for $5 or 5 pence said, "Mel, can you arrest Keem for banning Yo Mama?"
No, I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do that. Not my jurisdiction. So not my circus or my monkeys. But no.
Yeah. I think with the whole Yo Mama situation, I think he'll be back and better tomorrow for Pitt. His 24 hours will be up. Yeah. Oh no, someone's gonna clip that and make it content for weeks about that. That's funny. But yeah, no. And then someone else said,
Yep,
"Arrest
blew
this
my
whole
cover.
universe." Yeah, blew your cover.
Yep.
Uh,
Thanks,
he-
guys.
yeah. Thank you guys.
Not my
Yeah.
chair, not my problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Xander asked, do cops have an obligation to report? Might be why some friends may stray away.
Yeah. Yeah, there are certain things here where I'm at in Georgia. You are, I hope this isn't boring, folks, but you're a mandated reporter, which means you're breaking the law. If you're an officer, you break the law if you don't report certain things or take action. So, if you've got friends and you're over at your girlfriend's house and her husband smacks her, well, you got to arrest him. So, otherwise, you're breaking the law. So, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes that does. Plus, you can be a Debbie Downer when, you get off work and you go, oh, yeah, I worked this awful, CM case or something like that. Kind of gets to you. It's hard for somebody to, have you come into that, you know, nobody wants to hear about, nobody wants to be around Debbie Downers all the times that talk about stuff. So you keep a lot of that stuff inside.
Yeah, and that's why we try to not do a lot of drama and stuff over here because we want it to be positive. We want you to escape all the toxicity for 2 hours, and that's why we do this show and the way we make it. And Monty said, makes sense. Police officers should be held to a higher standard.
Absolutely. I take that very serious. Like people, even joke about, you drive like a grandma. Well, I'm not going to speed. It would be embarrassing to me if I got pulled over and got a ticket, you know. 'Cause it would get back around, and yes, I'd get made fun of for that.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed here is the university cops. Anytime I've been pulled over by them for maybe my headlight being out or something, just they'll just give me a warning. Or if I went a little too fast, they'll just give me a warning. The university cops. I've never gotten a ticket from the university cops here, and I'm wondering if that's because I'm not a student and they can only give out tickets to students, or they're just being nice with me.
They're just being nice. They
Okay.
have the same, yeah, they have the same authority as anyone, but they also, they're paid by the school, not the city. So a lot of times they are going to be a little more lenient.
Yeah.
Being a campus police it's a good job. I mean, the money is usually pretty good, especially if it's a bigger college. Hmm.
Yeah, no, Fayetteville or Arkansas is a pretty big college. I'm not gonna lie. There's lots of
Hmm.
hills.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
Xander said this is super embarrassing, but I got pulled over test driving a car.
Yeah. Well,
That's
that's
funny.
the time to do it though, because you're not tearing up your brakes, you're not tearing up your tires, you're not, messing with your transmission if you haven't bought it yet.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Crybaby Shay says, I've only gotten tickets in the mail from the traffic cameras on the street lights. Yeah, we don't have those here. So,
We've got them in the school zones around here.
okay.
Yeah, so like if somebody speeds during school hours, the camera will snap it and they get a nice little ticket from the state for $200.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's only one time I've had a bad ticket, and it's from the city of Greenland, and I forgot about it. And then I get pulled over one time, and they're like, "Yeah, you have a warrant, but we're not going to arrest you on it. Just go take care of it in court." And then like I forget about it again, and then they're like, yeah, you have a warrant, just go take care of it. And so finally I would, and finally like this year I finally took care of it, even though the ticket happened back in 2002. Or not
I've never had a
2002,
ticket.
2022.
I've never had a ticket, and I've been pulled over one time, and when I was over investigations, I was getting called out. So I was going fast, but not fast enough to turn on my blue lights or sirens. And it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. They pulled me over, and I was like, "I'm so sorry, but I was going to a shooting," and they were like, "Go, go, go." And that's the only time I probably could have gotten a ticket, but under the circumstances, they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit.
Yeah. One thing I installed in my car that people keep asking me all the time is I have a PA system in my car for when I pick people up for Uber. I'll be like, Uber for such and such. And they're like, how is that legal? I'm like, well, because I'm not trying to be a cop. I'm not activating the sirens or anything. I'm just using the voice thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, that's the only reason I use the dang thing. The only time I ever play with the sirens is if I'm on a back road and there's no one around. Dawson said she likes your stories. She wasn't a police officer, but she can relate.
Yeah, there's a lot that I could say probably, but I also don't want to I don't want to say where I worked, but there have been there was one video that came from a incident here that I think the last time I looked on YouTube, it was over 1 million views. It was pretty crazy, and I wish I could play it and show y'all because it was nutty. I wasn't in it, but yeah, it was pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there.
Did you hear about, speaking of, since we're on the topic of cops and stuff, did you hear about the drama recently with the LAPD?
There's always so much out there.
So they shot and killed this woman's dog because they thought it was they just literally saw the dog as a big dog. They didn't attempt to see if he was friendly or not. They literally pulled out their gun and shot the dog, and he was the cutest little dog ever. Cutest dog ever. He was wearing a New York Knicks shirt, and the reason the cops got called there in the first place is because neighbors called because they heard the woman screaming, but she was just screaming because she was celebrating the Knicks winning. And so the cops came there, and the dog went up to go sniff at the cops, and the cops shot him and killed the dog. Yeah, it's sad. And so the LAPD, they're under a lot of heat for that. And the woman, is thinking about suing, and also she has a GoFundMe up where it's got over, I think, $400,000 on it. So, yeah, it's
My
pretty
favorite.
sad.
I try not. I try not to watch the sad stuff like that. I see enough of it in real life, but my favorite police video is have you seen the one?
At John Harlan for 99 super chatted $20. Okay, I have figured felony out. She is with MIB investigating Boogie for being an alien. Only an alien would do the shit he does on a daily basis. This whole cop thing is a cover.
Okay, so you're part of the Men in Black, huh?
Yes, I'm gonna pull out my crusty. You won't remember any of this.
Thank you again,
Yeah,
John.
I don't think. Yeah, thank you, John. I don't think that Desi's the alien. I think it might be Boogie. I think John might be onto something.
Yeah.
He might be onto something.
Because if you think about it, there's that one guy that could easily unzip himself, and he's an alien, but he's wearing that skin and stuff. If you remember the old Men in Black movies,
yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's what
Yeah.
Boogie like might just have a suit on, a meat suit.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, meat suit. That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
Uh, can you pull up the video of the police that respond to the woman screaming and it's a bird? Have you seen that one? That is
Oh
probably one of my
no,
favorites.
I'll pull it up though. Let me look for it. Let me go to YouTube. Find my cursor here.
We need some wholesome fun to kind of wrap up the show today. I like the funny ones. Maybe I can do a compilation of some of the funniest ones I've seen over time, and we can share those with the crowd.
Okay. Hopefully you can hear me.
Boogie, do not unzip yourself. Say again, Kayla.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Rambo. I'll bring out the screamer to you. Stay in there. Rambo. These are boys in green. Oh my gosh, you're wearing the same color. Rambo. Yellow and A-Pad. Rambo. Say hello. Rambo. Hi. Hello. Hi. Rambo said, so yeah. That's him. All right. Thank you. No problem. No worries. Yeah. Jay. Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, better stop sharing screen. It's okay, nothing was seen.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, that was
Yeah, I
funny. I
like
remember
those.
that video now.
We had two they were early teenage girls. They were staying home and the parents had went out to dinner. It wasn't super late, but they had went out for a night out, and this young girl had her friend over for the night, and they called 911 because somebody was in the house, and they were they could hear them banging around downstairs. So the dispatcher tells them, go upstairs and lock yourself in a room, then go into the closet, but keep the phone with you. And the dispatcher is hearing they're scream they're screaming, but then they go real quiet and they're telling the dispatcher that he was kicking on the door. So we're all suiting up and going to handle it because it seemed like a home invasion. And the dispatcher could hear this guy kicking on the bedroom door like he was trying to get into them.
Yeah.
And then, but now, you watching the body camera from the SWAT officers, the lead ones in, they're clearing the house. They had to kick this family's door in to get into these girls. They could still hear him kicking upstairs, so they're creeping up the stairs. And they had a cat, and the cat had stuck his head in a glass jar and was banging on the walls trying to get the jar off. Well, he ran up to get help from the girls that were locked in the closet, and the camera cuts to them going up the stairs and this cat in the corner with this glass jar just freaking out. And as the cat runs past him, the captain grabs the jar and gets it off the cat's head. But yeah, we thought these girls thought, oh, somebody's coming in here to kill us. And when you could even hear it on the 911 call, it was, I'm surprised the glass didn't break from the cat slamming
Yeah.
head into the door, but they were just trying to get help. But those are the good stories, those are the fun ones.
Yeah. Speaking of cats, I finally got my PS5 back. It's back in its normal
Did
spot
you?
over here. Yeah, I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
Show the chat too.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there. Back in its
Nice.
spot. So I'm happy to have it back. I told Kyrie, I'm like, no more running underneath the desk by the wires.
Yeah.
That's wild. How did they not know it was the cat slash moron slash morons, man? That's what Lola said.
Yeah, they were young, and this was, we found out this was like the last time they had been trusted to, be left home by themselves. And they heard it before they never saw it. And I mean, even on the body camera, you can hear this banging, and the cat was doing it with such rhythm. It did sound like somebody was kicking on the door. So I can imagine, if I was 12 and home, with my friend and got a little spooked, it probably would have freaked me out too. Hmm.
Yeah, that would have freaked me out. Like,
Hmm.
there's one time I've gotten freaked out because I woke up out of a dead sleep because I thought I heard someone, like, crawling in through my window because I have PTSD because I don't know if you remember, but last year my house was broken into while I was at my dad's recovering from gastric bypass. And so now I have, like, PTSD of someone messing with my window and trying to get in my room through that way. So, like, I got woke up in the middle of the night because I thought someone was messing with my window, but it was someone knocking on my window to get my attention to wake up to have me answer the door for the pest control, and it freaked me out.
Hmm.
Someone asked, how the fuck are 160 people watching this? It's because people enjoy the show. There actually is some people that actually like to be here and not having to deal with listening about people screaming and yelling and cussing at each other the whole time. So that's why, people enjoy it.
Yep.
Crybaby Shay said, my cats do be body slamming my my closed bedroom door sometimes. Oh, no joke.
Yeah.
Kyrie, when I'm in the shower, she'll literally, like, jump up at the shower, the glass, and I think I keep thinking she's wanting to break it, like, or get in, and then I open the shower door, and I'm like, what do you want? She's like, meow, and I'm like, what, you want to jump in here with me? And then she'll just run away. She's funny. It's just a chill.
Cats are a hoot. Hmm.
Yeah, they are. I was asking Kyrie yesterday. I'm like, do you want a new friend? And I just couldn't tell if she did or not. And I don't want to betray her by getting a new cat and then her be pissed off at me even more. So I was like, yeah, no, that's not good. I'm thinking, because we do have about, like, a little bit time left, I should pull up the lyrics for the Chop Suey song, and then the chat can work on it with me, including you. You can put some input, too, on what lyrics I should change to put with wrestling. Because I feel like last week that was a pretty good success on how we ended up making the WAP parody so good. Xander asked, has Melanie seen the video of the cop that thought an acorn hitting their car was gunfire?
Yes. Yes. And I hope she has a successful career selling insurance right now.
Why, did she shoot or something?
I'm telling you, women, there's not every woman is cut out for the job, but there's a lot that they really want it, but come on. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
There was a guy, a male cop that did something similar to that too. Like he opened fire. I don't know if it was maybe the landscaper was doing some work and it was throwing like, not even like rocks, but like just debris, like kicking branches and stuff over and hit his car and yeah.
did you ever see Reno
Oh yeah.
911?
Yep. Yep. I confess I love that show. Uh I keep thinking about the new boots when what was his name that wore the shorts? Uh just I'm just goofing, new boot goofing.
New boot
Did you ever
goofing?
watch it, Kayla? New boot
Oh,
goofing.
yes.
Just goofing, new boot goofing.
And living in Northern California, Reno was only like an hour or two away from us. So I would go there all the time, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is where they filmed this, and this is where they filmed that." I wonder if they actually filmed in Reno or if they filmed like in LA and stuff for some of those. But like, I wonder, like, it still makes me wonder if they actually did film in actual Reno.
I don't know. I don't ever remember seeing like any casinos and any of like the outdoor shots, but they may have.
Yeah. I'm curious to look that up after stream and see if they actually filmed in Reno. I did go to Reno, and Reno one time. Reno is weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
It is a weird city, but it is a pretty city nonetheless. It's a pretty small little city, and I like it regardless. You know what? Since we are at the end of the, since we are getting to the end of the stream, I'm thinking we should do a dollar train. We haven't done one today, so kind of,
Yep.
fluff up our report card a little bit. Let me play a
Yeah, we've
song.
had a couple of chill streams. We hadn't really been focusing on anything. So if y'all can, if y'all can help us out today, that would be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would appreciate it. Hold on. Let's play this song, the remix. Okay. All right, guys, if you could drop some dollars, I'd really appreciate it.
Flag up, nights tied rough. Spyglass clear, they climb from the wreck like what? Salt on their beard, gold on their neck. Scars like a map, every line from a flame. Deck full of doubters, they turn them to crew. Say my crown's fate, they come in for you. Rum on their breath, but their mind stays sharp. Reads every scheme like it's letters in the dark. Laugh in your face when you think you're the ace. They already shuffled the deck and rigged the race. Gold standard, pirate girls of the LCU. Be grateful when they sailing through. Gold standard, pirate girls of the LCU. Be grateful, yeah, it's all on you. Rust on the anchor, blood on the rail. They read your whole script from a single thumbnail. Box of receipts locked under the floor. Pull one cork, watch it flood the whole shore. Enemies whisper, they amplify it. Turn quiet rumors to a cannon riot. Speak from the chest, they'll stay off my seat. They'll drag fake tales to the ocean's knee. Hands on the
see. Bunny with the $2. Crybaby Shay with the $2. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
A viewer LCU says, bro, come on. I'm a Yo Mama fan, but come on, Yo Mama. Because the rest of the shows are hot garbage. What am I supposed to watch? I don't watch live no more. It's garbage. Well, you can always watch our show because tomorrow we're doing Femboy Friday. Diego, thank you for the one pence, I
you.
believe that is. So, I got bored of this show, went over to Lolcow. Rain. I greatly regret that now. Perhaps I judged you too harshly, Kalo. You sort of matter. Aw, I appreciate that.
Oh, you sort of matter.
You know what? Should we go over to Rain for the last few minutes and say what's up?
Yeah,
Chat, do
we can.
you guys want me to go say hi to Rain? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to go say hi to Rain. If not, we'll just stick here because it's not a pence. Pence is a cent. Okay. LCU. Other shows.
I am liking it here. Major respect. I was here every day anyway, watching. So, and working on the docket and stuff. So, it's fun.
Okay.
Getting used to the camera. Guys, be
Yeah.
patient with me on that. Yeah.
All right. Well, the consensus is do not go to Rain. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna go to Rain. We're gonna finish this up. But like I did say though, I'm going to be in the Gold VC after this show is over. Because we didn't get to really work on the lyrics. I have them all ready. I'm going to throw them up in the Gold VC. That way you guys can help me write them. And then I'm going to record the parody inside the Gold VC. And then after that's all done, I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to get dressed up. I'm going to go to Walmart dressed as Rhea Ripley with the black makeup and everything. And I'm going to go there and I'm going to film the music video. So... That's going to be fun.
Dawson, I did start looking up some prison food recipes, and I know with you being a CO, you've got to have some ideas. Send us some ideas.
Yeah. Let's see. I am excited for the prison food idea. I think that'd be pretty good. People here are way too ignorant to get it, so lean or something. They retracted their message. Yeah, I wanna learn that. Major respect. I'm glad to have you here too, and thank you again for the other day. I didn't properly get to thank you for the other day for helping me with the stream and helping me pivot and everything. You really helped out a lot. I appreciate it. Major respect. Since you were a big help on that day, do you have any advice or anything you want to ask? Drop it in chat. You don't have to pay for it. I want your opinion on something. So I want to give you advice on something. Everyone has done prison food. Well, I've never seen anybody on the LCU do prison food. Have you? Unless Fluff has done it.
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, no. Doesn't matter. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, of course. Yeah. Who's so obsessed with prison food not keeps coming up. And the more you know, because knowledge is power. Yep. I think Captain Planet said that. Oh, Fluff just did it. Okay, Fluff did it? Okay.
Oh, okay. I knew they had done the prison pen pal thing, but
Okay, Hillbilly Steve with the $1.99. Advice for someone wanting to get into streaming. With that, I would say, do a couple test runs on your computer. Like go make a channel where it has like 0 viewers or anything, and start from there. and then like just put yourself on camera, and then slowly but surely like teach yourself new tricks and stuff as you do it. And if you feel comfortable in doing it, I would highly suggest keep going. If you don't feel comfortable, then you know, I wouldn't say continue. And then Major Respect asked, I need advice. If I want to pinch a show called Lolcow Radio, what would you suggest would be on it? Lolcow Radio? I think that, you know, Major Respect, I think that show could be hosted with you playing all the AI slop songs in the LCU and all the songs that are made in the LCU. That could be like a good, like a radio show. Like instead of playing copyrighted music in the LCU, you're playing LCU made music. Because there's so much of it nowadays of like the AI songs that that like it can easily be turned into a radio station. And you could add, and there's so many new songs that come out that literally you could easily easily turn it into a radio station. Or Lolcow Radio could be all the fans and stuff talking all about the LCU. Didn't they used to have a Lolcow music channel? I don't think it was officially in the LCU. No, so I don't know. You're so over the AI slop garbage songs. Yeah, it's every time. Well, that's why when I make my parodies, I make sure they're not AI. But
Guys, don't forget to like the stream before we head out. If you could drop a like.
Yeah, if you could drop a like, I really appreciate it. We are gonna be sending you over to Gay here in 2 minutes. I do want to just spite the person that doesn't like talking about mental health. I do want to play a little bit of the outro, if you don't mind. So, guys, thank you so much for watching today. We will be back for Femboy Friday tomorrow, and we'll be dressing up. I'll be Rhea Ripley. I don't know what Snowgoth's going to be. I don't know what Melanie's going to be. And hopefully Batgirl shows up for the finale. But we will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget that you matter. Stay positive, live through love, all that good stuff.
Don't give up.
If you ever feel like giving up, please don't give up. We want you here. So thank you guys so much. Melanie, anything else you want to say?
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Alrighty, guys. See ya. Remember, at the end of the day, it's most importantly that you're grateful. You got to just be grateful, and you have to have 3 sips of beer afterwards after you feel grateful. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. 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 Don't preach grateful to me when I'm barely holding on. You wanna smile on my face while the whole day feels wrong. Yeah. Last thing I need is your lecture when my chest sits heavy, caved in. So, say be thankful, keep it moving. Like pain just ain't a thing. What's wrong with the hug box? A soft place, real and true. Next best thing to family when the walls don't hold you. Keep it real, don't fake it, don't slap, go paint, don't shame. Yeah. If I'm down and I'm down, I'm still minding the rain. I said what I said. Don't box me in. I need that care to let me breathe.
Gold hug box, gold hug box,
Gold hug box is the best hug box.
gold hug box, gold hug box,
Love me hard, keep me gold standard.
gold hug box, gold hug box.
Gold hug box is the best hug box. I know I messed up. It won't happen again.